Mayday's payday, them new vans. Kush diet on the hoodie, so you know the plan. Saying you the man, but what that really mean? Cause they was really mean when really this was all a dream. And now they finally seen what I tried to tell them. That passion everlasting, plant that in your cerebellum. Outcast them like a felon. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Fuck a cookie cutter like me, I want the action. And really I ain't asking for too much. Time moving slow and I ain't sipping out of 2 cups. It got me thinking of days, Pakistan's, double X's on my hands. So I plan to be the man. Call me damn Bilzerian, giving you nothing but true stuff. Realizing life.
Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be a sample shopping episode, of course, sponsored by decantshop.com. You guys already know that's the best place online to get samples and decants of the best fragrances, whatever you're looking for, niche, designer, discontinued, original formulations, the spot. Coupon code MAX12 is going to save you 12% off your entire order. So the cheapest prices on the net just got cheaper. Check them out. Let me know if you have any questions about the site and I'll do my best to answer them. All 4 fragrances used in this video were sent to me by Decant Shop. Guys, we're going to start off this week with one from the house of Giorgio Armani, more specifically their Privé line. And this one is called Rose d'Arabie. Now, I own one from this line. It's called Amber Eccentrico. And second, if I get a second one, it's probably going to be Figuier Idun, which we looked at on this series. Now, I haven't found another from this line that has really blown me away. This one, Rose d'Arabie, dropped in 2010. Notes on this guy are Damascus Rose, Patchouli, Vanilla, and Oud. You can find this one online at sites like Beauty Spin for about $165. And people who watch my videos know I'm not the biggest rose fan in the world, but I really enjoy this one. This is a really jammy rose fragrance, and what I like about this one is the quality is just there. For me, I don't get a lot of patchouli in this one. I get the Damascus Rose, the vanilla, and the oud, and it all comes together to form something really jammy. Now, if you've smelled oud rose combos, this isn't going to blow you away. This is what this is, but I think it's a really good one. And if you're looking for your first one or looking to add another one to your collection, you know, how many do you need? I don't know. You know, I don't know that I have a great rose oud fragrance, and I've sort of always looked at them as very cookie cutter, stereotypical. This is one that I really enjoy. Now, I don't think I'd buy this just because at $165, it's expensive, and you can get a Montale rose oud, you know, for $100. So I like this one. I'd have to give it more time before I'd say, yeah, I want a bottle. But for someone who's bored of rose and oud, this one is surprisingly really well done. There's a lot of depth to it, and it smells very natural, so I'm a fan. The second one we're going to look at is from the house of James Heeley, or Heeley, obviously. This one is called Agarwood or Oud. I own one from this house, guys, which I've reviewed. I own Selmarin, and I really enjoy Selmarin. You know, everyone who I let smell that really likes it. They feel like it's a very natural, aquatic fragrance. You know, it gets some hate because it does have that salty, you know, almost seaweed tinge to it. Some people think it smells like fish. I think it just smells really natural. To me, it's the most natural aquatic that I've ever smelled. That really smells like an expression of the ocean. We've sampled a few from this house. Mont Fresh, which I really enjoy, but I have a much cheaper alternative, which I'm going to be reviewing down the line. And Cardinal I liked. I just didn't think it was anything, you know, blow away. I thought it was a good incense fragrance. I want to smell everything from this house. I really like James Heeley. I appreciate his minimalist ethos in packaging and in fragrance. So this one, Agarwood, came out in 2012. Really simple note breakdown. Benzoin, rose, oud, and amber. So you've got another oud rose one here. This one goes for a little bit more than the regular Heeleys. The regular Heeleys are like 100 ml for 180. This one's 50 ml for 210. So it's actually a little bit more than just a little bit more. As far as how I feel about this one, to me, this is a really disappointing Heeley fragrance. I think that if you're talking oud and rose d'Arabie just shames this one. This is much lighter, It's definitely not as thick. There's certainly a transparency to the Heeley fragrances that is a little bit Jean-Claude Ellena-like to me. But I don't really get the amber in this one or the benzoin. To me, this is a rose oud fragrance and a light rose oud fragrance, and certainly at 50 ml for $210, I could never see buying this one. Doesn't mean that it smells bad, but it's almost a transparent oud rose fragrance, and to me it's just not worth the money. Now, third up, we're going to follow up with another James Heeley fragrance. This one is called Iris de Nuit, and this is one I really have wanted to smell for a long time. Reviewers have talked about this one. Now, this is back to the normal Heeley pricing. 100 ml, $180. If you're at NYC and you're looking for these, I think Min still stocks it, and I know Barney stocks these. But online, you really can't find this one discounted. But I think that Lucky Scent stocks this line as well. Now, for Iris de Nuit, this one actually opens up with Angelica and Ambrette. I really like Ambrette. Peruvian Ambrette by Xenia's private line is one of my favorite, niche buys last year. So I'm a big fan of Ambrette. The middle notes on this are iris, violet, and carrot, and the base is gray amber and white cedar. And this is one I really don't know what to think. There's a part of me that likes it, and then a part of me that thinks it's weird. The violet in this one is sort of that screechy violet. I get violet, ambrette, and a little bit of iris. To me, this is mainly a violet and ambrette fragrance. And some Angelica, it's got an herbalness to it. I don't know about this one. Like, this one literally smells gray and purple. If I was going to give this a color, I'd go, this one's gray and purple. It's good. It's a good fragrance. I think everyone needs to really look at this one and take time, because it's very hard to sum up, and I think everyone's going to react to it differently, but I don't think front and center it's really an iris fragrance personally. Guys, we're going to finish up with one from the House of Montale. This one is called Dark Aoud. We looked at this one a long time ago. I wanted to come back to this one, being that it did well on the Base Notes Top 500 list. It did pretty well. It came in at number 214, so not bad. If you're looking for this one, you can grab it for about $100 online. It came out in 2011. Notes on this one, very simple, guys. Oud and sandalwood. That's it. My feelings on Montale and their multitude of releases is fairly well documented, but they do have some gems in their wheelhouse, so I like to check everything out. And this one's really good, and it's exactly what it says it is, guys. It is oud and sandalwood. That's it. It's nice. It's nice oud. The sandalwood's definitely there. It is dark. It's a darker oud and sandalwood fragrance, but there's nothing to me blow away about this fragrance. If you smell the Montale oud, you've smelled 60 Montale ouds, and I would put that there. So guys, if I'm ranking these really simply, Rose d'Araby would be number 1. I think Iris de Nuit would be number 2. I think Dark Oud would be number 3. And Heeley Agarwood would be number 4. Next week, guys, we're going to take a look at 2 fragrances from the House of Raja Dove, so that should be exciting. We'll look at one from the House of Smell Bent, and then we'll go to the House of Terry Mugler to look up the latest and greatest from them. What is it called? Ultra, or Pure Tonka? Pure Tonka, I believe it is. Guys, this episode, of course, was sponsored by decantshop.com, the best place online to get samples and decants of all different types of fragrances. Use my coupon code MAX12. It's going to save you 12% off your entire order.
There's no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. I choose rich every fucking time. Because at least as a rich man, when I have to face my problems, I show up in the back of a limo wearing a $2,000 suit and a $40,000 gold fucking